Which brings me on to the banning of Section 21's, which was announced last month. We got loads of calls saying, right, I want to sell. You know, if they're taking away my power to evict the tenant using a non-default notice, I want to sell, I want out, this is just ridiculous. Did anybody in here feel that way, that this is just a bit ridiculous? They're taking away the power from you that the Housing Act 1988 brought to you, and what actually turned the private rented sector from a low percentage to a quite high percentage. But if they do this, we think they will. We think it will happen, but when, we don't know. It's a bit like the tenant fee ban. We thought it was going to happen, but we didn't know when. I think this may happen. But what we think is they'll follow the route of Scotland. Now, in Scotland, they do not have a route of Section 21 anymore, even though it was called, I think, Section 33. That has now gone. But what they have had to do in its place is put some additional grounds for possession on your, what we would view as a Section 8. Landlord wants to sell the property, landlord wants to move back into the property, or the landlord wants to refurbish the property. Now, if I'm honest, this doesn't really help you with any other scenario, like, for example, those that accept tenants on housing benefit. One of the things that we recommend, that if a tenant's benefits get suspended because it's a 6 to 8 week wait until they're sorted, and they might not be sorted because if their circumstances have changed, they might not be entitled to any money, and you've just waited 8 weeks in the hope that they have. We do recommend serving a Section 21 as a precaution. So if in 8 weeks' time they say to you, actually, you know, the benefits aren't going to be paid to you in full, you then don't have to wait 2 months from that point. So there is concerns around it, but I think they're going to have to do a lot of work to, one, get the courts in order, because they can't have you waiting so long for court dates. So there's a lot of talk about housing tribunals. So instead of the county court having a specialist housing court, because at the moment the judges that hear our cases, 9 times out of 10, don't even know what they're doing. They're not property judges. They could have heard family cases in the morning and so forth, and be hearing your property case in the afternoon, and probably 10 minutes before have had a quick look at, oh, what should I do in this circumstance? In 3 cases I've had judges get it wrong, and had to politely ask on one occasion through Section 21 for them to reconsider, which they did. But on another case, Section 8, we went to court 3 times on a mandatory ground before we got possession. Now, mandatory ground means they have to give possession if you can prove it. Why are we here 3 times? Because it's getting more difficult. But don't panic yet. I don't think it's coming anytime soon, and if they do, they will have to get things in order.